Hey, bro. Hey, guys. There you go. Click, click. Click, click, click. Oh, ready? Set, go! Lean down, lean down!
Hi, baby.
Oh man, that is something else.
So tell us about your childhood. How were you raised?
I grew up like most of us in Jamaica. I grew up with my mom and we lived in Kingston. I went to Mona Prep, which is a footballing school. And I was a goalkeeper at that time. And then I moved from Mona Prep, I went to Arden, which is a basketball school. And I played basketball. And then after Arden, I went to UA. Stayed at UA, did environmental biology, and then I went into the car business.
You did environmental biology at UA. So how did you end up in cars?
It's an interesting story. I actually just was looking for a different job that I could actually do while keeping my afro. That's really the story. And I refused to cut my hair. And the only job that actually would hire me at the time was the car business. And I wanted to do a job that would allow me to do research. It would help me fund my research so I could go out into the bush and spend the rest of my time in the bush, and car business allowed the freedom. So I stuck with the car business, and over time it has grown from just something I would do to something very serious, really, really serious.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your personal life now. You're married.
Yes.
How long have you been married?
5 years, going on 6.
5 years going on 6?
Yes.
Wow.
It's took a while. I think we've been together 7, going on 8. 8. Going on 8, yeah, I joke.
So how did you guys meet?
That's another interesting story. So I'm a workaholic, and my friends thought it would be a good idea that I started to go out, because I also don't really go out. So I went out with them to mass camp on a Friday, and the whole idea was for Sloane to get a girlfriend. So I was out there, and I don't remember what it was. I was actually quite upset and I wanted to go home. And my cousin's girlfriend at the time was Jody's friend, and she wanted to introduce me to Jody. And I mean, my very first interaction with Jody was, you know, the girlfriend like, "Hi Sloane, this is Jody." I'm like, "Hey, good to see you. I have to go." And just walk off, clean, leave her. And luckily, you know, somebody helped follow up and got us back together. And from that, this is where we are.
How do you balance, you know, a home life with such an intense work life?
That part is really all Jody. Because I mean, like as I said, I'm a workaholic. I work all the time. If you don't stop me, I won't stop at all. It's really sad. But Jody does help with the balancing. Jody does help make sure that I, you know, look at all the other things that I need to do. Make sure I get my basketball in. Make sure we interact with family. She gets the friends over. I mean, pretty much anything home life is done by Jody and everything else is done by me. You know what I mean? So it's a really good balance that she helps me with.
What one thing would people be surprised to know about you?
That I don't drink and I don't smoke at all, ever.
Have never tried it?
Not interested.
You've never drank liquor? No kind of alcohol?
No.
Ever?
I've heard all the stories. It's very interesting. I've seen people act stupid, but no.
Why is that?
I mean, at a very early age, I had a weird experience, a really traumatic experience. A friend and I, a couple of us, stole out when we should be playing basketball. Stole out to go to one of these little Millsboro parties that were around the corner from where I grew up. And we were there, and he was with me for 1 minute, and I turned around, he was on the floor. And he was out. He almost died of alcohol poisoning.
Wow.
It was I think, just the shock of having so much liquor availability at that point in time, and we were like 14, 15 thereabout. But I mean, after that, I just never developed anything for it.
That really fixed it, huh?
Yeah, man, the reality check was real.
Would you say you have any fears?
None.
None?
None. It's a male thing. When I was younger, you weren't allowed to have any fears that anybody could know about, and my friends knew everything about me, so over time you just learn not to have any of these fears. So whether you're afraid of the dark, afraid of heights, anything else, I've just had to overcome it.
What about not selling any cars in a month?
That fear is a different fear. It's not so much a fear, it's like failing. It's like not winning.
And
you
not
don't win, it's just not an option.
And what about dressing for the office? What is your style advice?
It depends. In my present occupation where I'm at as GM, there's a certain degree that's expected from you. But at the same time, I am meeting and greeting with my customers, so it's a mix that I have to work with. If I'm dealing with executives and like masters of the universe, as they like to call themselves, then I have to dress appropriately, suits, the whole nine. If I'm going to be dealing with, the person who's very surprised to have ever walked into Mercedes-Benz, then I don't want to frighten them with the wrong, too much bravado on them. So short sleeve, regular, look like the rest of the staff.
And
blended.
casual Fridays?
Casual Fridays is a must. Polo shirts and the whole nine. I'm big on that.
What about your personal or professional goals for the future?
Right now, I just want to get Mercedes from where they were. When I was with the brand, when I joined the brand, it was developing and it wasn't quite near the best where I wanted to be at the very end. I wanted to make it the best and make it a household name. I wanted to be the first choice of premium car. And I want to do a lot of things to develop the staff around me, have people grow around me, be able to mentor people to another position and elevate their life.
And what advice would you give to people or persons who want to get into this industry?
Persons who want to get in this industry, it's not all it seems. It's not all just drive cars around and showboating and be on TV and talking about cars. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and I mean the further up the food chain you go is actually the more you pay attention to things that are not car. Like I pay attention to how we greet the staff, words that are said, body language, stuff like that.
Service.
The layout, customer service, the appearance of the dealership. I mean, we go so far away from car now. You go from the actual fun part, and as a salesperson, it takes a drive. It takes waking up every morning, every single day, going back to do the same thing and motivated to do it even better today for you to be the best at it. That's what it really takes. I mean, I've been in the business 10 years. I have reps that work for me that have been in the business 14 years. I've seen somebody that's been in the business 30 years, and I can tell you the one that's at 30 is more driven than the one that's just came in, and the one that just came in is all wow, you know what I mean? So it takes a different approach, and the business is open to anybody. No matter what your skill set is, you could actually come in, you can learn the trade, and if you have a gift, you'll know.
But I think you're a real, true testament to having balance and offering balance in your life. Coming up. What does a typical day involve for you?
It's different. It's not what people think it is. It's not coming in and driving Mercedes home.